studying in the common room, and the neighbors both across the hall and right next door are like having a bunch of people over. The temptation as a neighbor, like with the prankster in me, to just scrape the walls and pretend like I'm a possessed person is so real. I'm this close. Like the amount of times I've run to the peephole because I need information about like what their names are so that I can call them by name in like a ghoulish voice to like really freak them out, you know? Good morning, friends. Today's a very exciting day. First of all, I don't know, you aren't really in my bathroom very often. It's kind of a mess because I still haven't filled out the decor since Mari moved out, but she left some things like painting you can see in the mirror there and this picture that looks like Buster and makes me very happy because that's even how he waits for water at the sink. Yeah, but today is a very special day for me because I am gonna go see my youth, like the youth theater I grew up with, their production of Anastasia that they're doing. They opened last night, and this is like a very, very special production. This little girl that's been a family friend of mine since I was 12 and since she was 8 years old. She is making her debut as a leading lady as Anastasia today. Well, I mean, she debuted last night because it was opening last night, but it is just so unreal. And I feel like there's a part of my childhood that's been healed through watching this all unfold. Like, you guys don't understand, I'm gonna ugly cry today for multiple reasons. Also, heads up, I'm like just learning how to use a curling iron because, in case you can't tell, I have naturally curly hair, so I kind of just never bothered. But it's a special occasion and I'm starting to get more comfortable with it, so don't judge my technique, okay? I'm a beginner. Yes, but for those of you who don't know me, by the way, my name is Ava Britton. I'm a Christian college student in the performing arts, and this is my Christian Video Diary series where we talk about deeper things, and today something that I'm just so emotionally overwhelmed. I am so excited for today because if you've been with the series, you've met Grace a few times. She's also in the show today, and she is playing the Dowager Empress, which, for those of you who don't know the show, she's Anastasia's grandmother. And there's it's like the whole story revolves around her relationship with Anya and like them reuniting after years of Grace's character thinking that Anastasia is dead. And I only have one sibling, and it's my brother Alex, and I love him, but those of you who have sisters, like for real, like actual biological sisters or adopted sisters, you know that the sibling relationship between your brothers and your sisters is very different. And I never had like an actual sister to grow up with, but there is like a very small amount of people that I would consider basically like my non-biological sisters because of how special they are to me and how close I am to them. And I think the way I measure that is I consider myself an ambivert, but my parents would say I'm a professional extrovert because I love people, but I also need like a break from them sometimes. Like I have a social battery, and I feel the need when I'm around people to kind of not perform, but have my social face on because I have resting sad face or an RBF, I'll be honest. I always try to be myself around people, but then there's some people that I find I can truly like have my off face on with, as if I were like at home recharging after a long day, and I wouldn't feel uncomfortable doing that. There's very few people that fit into that category that I'm not related to, and yeah, like I'd say there's maybe 5 or 6 people total that I'm not related to that actually fit into that category of everyone I've met. And 4 of those people are going to be sharing the stage today. And the thing that makes it really special is that it's like 2 pairs of sisters. We've got Grace and her little sister Abby, and then we have Bria and her little sister Hannah. And both of them, obviously, because they're actual sisters with each other, know what it feels like to have a sister. And the sweetest thing is that, like, I don't have a sister. I can never know what having a true actual sister feels like. And yet both of those pairs of sisters have adopted me, like, as their oldest sister. And it's just very sweet that, like, they know what it feels like to have a sister and they would consider me one of them. So it's just very sweet. And now all of them are sharing the stage together today. And it's like, this is the closest I'm gonna get in my life to having 4 little sisters that I'm proud of, all sharing the stage, doing what they love. And I'm literally gonna ugly cry, because what's happening, Abby is like playing one of, like, the leader of the officers or something, who gets to like push around the other boys her age, and she's like a tween and she's like, I get to boss around the boys, and I'm like, good for you, queen, I love you. She's, I think, the littlest of these little sisters that I have. Yes, and then we have Bria, who is Grace's understudy, ensemble, and the dance captain, I believe. And then Hannah, who I got to work with on her first production at this company when she was 8 years old. She was Woodstock and Charlie Brown, and I was Peppermint Patty. And like, Bria, Hannah, and I would carpool together, and they like viewed me as like their oldest sister. And so I'm just gonna be an emotional mess to see people that are as close as I'm gonna get to having little sisters to like care for and to watch them grow up. I feel like a part of me, my inner child, has been healed through watching this experience unfold. To see this little girl who went from Woodstock and has dealt with struggling with a lot of the same things that I struggled with at her age, seeing her find her own way and getting to watch her grow up from being a little girl who was experiencing very similar hurt to what I did, to see her grow up into someone who is now this leading lady at the company, where it's just, I'm gonna be an ugly mess today, because like I've mentioned umpteen times so far, I don't have a biological sister, but to have the 4 people in my life that are as close to sisters as I'm ever gonna get, seeing them all share the stage after having persevered through some things that I've even struggled to persevere with, it's like, I think this is as close as I'm gonna get to experiencing that big sister pride of seeing your little sister do something that even you couldn't do, and being like, I'm so proud of you, and I'm honored to call you my sister. And I am already tearing. I'm gonna be an emotional mess. Because literally, I've seen her try super hard and persevere through all of these different things, and always with a smile on her face, always grateful. And now she's playing Anastasia. I am so proud of her, and I'm so proud of Bria, and I'm so proud of Grace, and I'm so proud of Hannah, and I'm so proud of Abby, and I can't believe I get to have these 2 pairs of sisters that have adopted me as their oldest sister, that think I'm cool enough to be one of them. Like, I am so grateful to have these non-biological sisters, and I cannot wait to see them share the stage to glorify God as a unit today. Y'all have no idea. I am gonna cry. Sweet home.
I know, people keep coming up to me and saying, so you were the Woodstock. I was like, yep. Yeah, that was me. Also Young Turk and the mayor.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
Yeah, no. That was also Louisa. Oh, yeah. I don't know what.
Did you get a picture of her and Grace and Leah? Okay. You did it. Okay.
Well, I
Got out of the show, hugged a lot of people, said hi to a lot of people, and ugly cried a lot. Like the second my friend Hannah came on stage as Anya, I just broke down. And then in my dreams, it was so special to see her up there taking on that role. It was an experience. Something else that I just kind of wanted to throw out there is people are gonna be like, whoa, that came out of left field, but I promise there's a connection. If anyone tries to downplay your worth or tell you that you're not worthy of being loved, or that you're hard to be loved, or that you're hard to love, just know that that is a lie from the enemy, even if the person claims to be Christian. Because guess what? Jesus died for you anyway. Jesus died in spite of your sins, just like he did for that person. And if that person believes that some people are still less than others, that's something they're still working out with God, and it's just a matter of praying for them. And just like how as Christians we believe in the Bible, and that the Bible shows that there is objective truth, tonight reminded me, after grappling with a relationship wherein I was made to feel that I'm hard to love, God was able to work through my relationships with some of the people on stage tonight to show me that I am loved. But if one person in the world decides that you're not worthy of being loved, it's not you. They're just working through some things. And maybe they're placing their expectations in something untangible, and they haven't yet discovered that perfection is unattainable for humans, and that's why Jesus died on the cross for our sins, so that we can know him and not worry about being perfect. Anyway, on that note, I hope you all have a good night, and I am so happy to have a little community here on the internet, even if it's just 20 people that regularly watch these. I'm grateful that I get to share things with people who are interested and want to be here. So I'm really tired. Have a good night.